What's going on, my broskies? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we're here with a brand new clash, and this clash is COBY and HELMEPPO. So this is awesome that this character's finally here. This was actually a character that the JP side of the game did a vote for, and this was the character that won. There were a bunch of other characters that were able to be selected, but this is the one that won, and it eventually came out as a raid boss on JP, and now we get it on Global. So this character, before we get into the showcase with 4 different teams I have for you guys against this content, let's talk about the unit. So COBY and HELMEPPO, as a dual unit, they are a Psi or an Int character, and they are Free Spirit Slasher in their dual form. The captain ability, when they are combined, boosts the attack of Psi and Int by 3 times, and you get a 1.2 times multiplier additional when you hit 4 perfect strikes in a row, and Psi and Int slots are going to be beneficial as well, which it's fine. For a free-to-play captain, it could be a lot better. As for their special ability, they do need 15 skill ups. It'll go ahead and reduce all enemies' damage threshold by 4 turns, reduces HP of the enemy by 10%, and boosts Psi and Int characters' attack by 1.75 times for a turn. And if you have 5 or more characters that are Psi or Int, you get a 2 times attack boost instead, which is pretty good. And then they combine into the dual unit for 2 turns. I do think that free-to-play dual units should probably combine for 3 turns, but it is what it is. You're not really going to be using this guy as a captain that much anyway, because the captain ability isn't really that great. So this character is still pretty good. It's kind of weird that they're bringing a whole bunch of characters that are relating to Psi and Int. But either way, it is what it is. The new Shirahoshi and Kizuna and this raid boss work very, very well together if you are building a Psi or an Int team. So make sure you go ahead and max these guys out. They're going to be useful for future content. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the content. Alright, so getting into the swing of things here for COBY and HELMEPPO. On stage 3, you have to deal with a mini-boss HELMEPPO. He doesn't have much HP, but he does have a one-hit Great Barrier, and he will bind all of your characters for 3 turns, so having your max sockets in Bind and Despair is going to be very important for this particular fight. After turn 1, and every single turn, he just keeps summoning all those mobs that surround him, so you want to take down HELMEPPO in 1 turn, and then you can move on following that. Then you can move on to stage 4, which is going to be a mini-boss COBY. COBY has 4.5 million HP, and he has a preemptive attack of an immunity buff for 2 turns. 3 turns of Despair is inflicted, but obviously if you have sockets, you can ignore that. And also, he'll go ahead and bind your right column for 6 turns, and he'll apply 3 turns of Rainbow Shield % damage reduction. After turn 1, if he's still alive, he's going to apply a perfect barrier to himself. He's going to remove your beneficial effects, and he's going to cut your health in half. And then after turn 2, if he's still alive, he's going to bind 2 of your characters for 6 turns, and he'll keep doing that every 2 turns, basically. So you want to kill him in turn 1. You want to kill him before he activates those really bad effects after that first turn. And then the final boss stage against COBY and HELMEPPO, they have 12.4 million HP, they have defense down immunity, and they have all poison immunity, and they also have an interrupt if you delay, so you basically can't do anything unless if you have some sort of way to get through the defense down or all poison immunity. But if you do delay them with a special, they'll go ahead and enrage and remove your beneficial effects, so don't delay them at all. They'll also go ahead and bind your left column for 5 turns. They'll have attack and defense up, and they'll go ahead and apply normal attacks only, and all of your crew slots are changed into block orbs. They do a lot of different things. However, they don't do anything after turn 1. So for this team that you're seeing right now with KonradCurze, even if you don't kill them in 1 turn, you'll go ahead and get the delay, and then you can kill them with the conditional boost in the following turn. It's actually pretty self-explanatory. KonradCurze did go through this relatively easily, I would say, but the other teams you guys will be seeing later on in this video, I feel are a little bit easier in terms of just outright farming this content. But if you do need a team to clear it, this is definitely going to be one for you. The next one you're seeing here is a V2 Nami team, or Onami that is. As for the subs here, we do have the Rare Recruit Valentine's Day Coalla. We also have limited Rare Recruit Caesar, who's very, very good on the final boss stage. We've also got V2 Shanks to get rid of the block orbs on the final stage and give us a 2.25 times attack boost and his chain boost as well. And then we also have the Int Kuzan Rare Recruit, the limited time Rare Recruit, who will not only remove the Rainbow Shield on stage 4 against that COBY mini boss, but he'll also apply a 1.75 times color affinity boost to our int characters. So remember with V2 Nami, and the way that she works is you need to have 4 characters on your team with the same color. So we've got 2 Nami captains, which will provide the 2 quick units, and then the rest of the units in our team have to be different colors of the same type. So we've got 4 different int characters here. I did run a different team initially when I tried this team out. I had Legend Jinbei and Legend version 1 Rayleigh instead of the Koala and the Kuzan, but I found that I definitely lacked damage because you can't use the Onami special here because, of course, Onami does not go through full immunity buff, which I wish he did. So instead of that, I've gone ahead and used the Koala, which will remove the Bind and Despair, as well as providing a chain boost, and then you have the Kuzan, of course, for the color affinity. And then, as I said, you've got the Shanks to get the full board of orbs and the attack boost. You've got Nami for her conditional boost because we are at full HP. We can remove the defense down immunity and the defense up from the enemy. So V2 Nami is very good here. And of course, as well, because Caesar has a special ability that can remove bind, so we can remove the bind on the characters on our left column. So that's the way that V2 Nami was able to clear this particular clash. The second last team I have for you guys in this video today is a team developed by the Shattered Fortress, so shout out to that guy. This team is actually really good, utilizing Legend Carrot. We've also got Limited Rare Recruit Toshigi as a sub. We've got Rare Recruit Iron also as a sub. Magellan and Hannibal for color affinity on the final boss stage, and we also have Rayleigh to remove some of that bind that will be inflicted on stage 4. Everything here is pretty self-explanatory. It just runs through it pretty easily. Stage 3 is kind of annoying though, because you do have to do some targeting and stuff. Make sure you don't take too much damage and all that, and making sure to kill the Helmeppo. Another really cool thing about Carrot here is the fact that you don't have to worry about removing the Rainbow Shield on stage 4, because of course Carrot can just bypass that anyway, which is pretty good. So that definitely helps out a lot. Limited Rare Recruit Toshigi is very, very good here because she changes block orbs on the final boss stage into matching. So if you don't have Limited Rare Recruit Toshigi, you could literally just replace her with a boosted unit on Carrot's team that can change block orbs into matching. That's what I would suggest anyway. Iron's very good for removing the defense and the bind on the final boss stage. You've got the Magellan and Hannibal, as I said, that can be replaced with any color affinity booster, I suppose. Probably you'd need to be a half decent color affinity booster, I would say. And then you've got obviously Rayleigh being Rayleigh. V1 Rayleigh's phenomenal. So there we go. That's the second last team I have for you guys in this video today. And for the final team I have for you guys today, shout out to KonradCurze for developing this team. I think he developed it. I'm not really 100% sure who came up with this team initially, but Double Kaido is probably the team that I'm going to be using for clearing this content, just because it's very laissez. You don't really have to worry too much. The specials all are ready when they need to be ready, and it's pretty easy. Like this is probably the easiest team that I found to actually clear this clash. So if you have Kaido, if you have Jinbei version 1, and if you have Cracker, you should probably use this team. It was very, very effective. Obviously, we are using the Germa ship as well. I can't remember 100% off the top of my head if it was a requirement to have that ship. If not, definitely use the host ship for the additional cooldown. But, you know, with the double Kaido, with sockets, with the Germa ship, you're getting crazy amounts of cooldown reduction, and it definitely helps out a lot for using certain specials when you need them. So that is going to wrap up this video today. I really hope you guys enjoyed this one, and if you guys did, make sure to hit the like button. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.